Hi and welcome. My name is Tolan and I'm the co-founder of Productivity Me. In this video, we're going to go ahead and look at the idea of how to insert sheets and then remove worksheets within your Microsoft Excel workbook or within your Microsoft Excel file. So with that, let's get started. If you want to follow along, go ahead and open up exercise file 11.02. You can find a description and a link to download this file in the description of this video. So, in the last video, we went ahead and looked at how to rename worksheets as well as color those worksheets, or rather the tabs of those worksheets. You can kind of see the beautiful results here. Now, if you wanted to insert a worksheet, there are a few different ways to do that. The first and probably easiest is to come down here with your mouse and click New Sheet. Clicking a new sheet would then generate a worksheet to the right of wherever you were. So if we were, say, here on worksheet 2014 sales, we click this button, it would create a worksheet on our right. Now, a second method to create a worksheet would be to right click with our mouse and then go to Insert. And then this first choice by default is worksheet, and you hit OK, and it would automatically create a worksheet. Now notice the difference that happened when we use this little icon here. It will create a worksheet on the right of our active worksheet. When we use the right click and insert method, as we just did, it would create a sheet on your left. Subtle difference, but perhaps important at times. The third way to insert a worksheet would be to come up here to Insert and then go to Insert Sheet. And that too would create a worksheet to the left of wherever you were. So we were here on 2014 sales, we went up here to Insert and then Insert Sheet, and it created worksheet, or rather sheet 5, here to our left. So those are the three kind of common ways that I think about inserting a worksheet. If you want to delete a worksheet, there are also a few ways to do that. First, you would select your worksheet, and then you would come here and you could go to Delete Sheet. You could right click and go to Delete, or you could use a keyboard combination of first the Alt key, then the E key, and then the L key. So again, that would be the Alt key, the E key as in elephant, and then L as in lady, or ladybug, or lavender, whatever L word you want. So there's a couple things that we want to keep in mind when we create a new worksheet or modify a worksheet name or delete a worksheet. And that is, when you work at the sheet level, you cannot undo things. So if I were to change this sheet name to raw data, and then I press enter, I can't undo that. So if I hit Control Z, I can't change that. The name is now raw data until I permanently go in and call it something else like sheet 1. So you can't undo renaming a worksheet. You also can't undo creating a worksheet. Not that that would perhaps be a big issue, but I can't go back to sheet 1 and then hit Control Z. So I can't undo name changes and I can't undo creation. You also can't undo deleting sheets. So if I were to take the sheet and then go delete, I can't be like, oh, that's such a bummer. I wish that I hadn't deleted that. Control Z. You notice here that on our quick access toolbar, that icon is grayed out. So far when we've deleted a sheet, all that happens is that sheet's deleted. It's going to be a little bit different when you've made some modifications to a sheet, such as have some entry, such as data. If and when you select that and you go to delete, you'll get a prompt. And the prompt is basically telling you can't undo deleting sheets. You might be removing data that you want. So you want to be very sure that you don't need this data or this worksheet, that nothing's on it and nothing's referencing it, so that when you hit delete, you won't have a bunch of errors or a bunch of data. So occasionally it's a good idea to save your worksheet before deleting a worksheet. So maybe I'd save this worksheet now, I'd hit Control S, and then I would go here after it's done saving. You could delete this. And then that way, if you decided that you wanted to revert back to your old sheet, you could close this and then open up the older version. So with that, in this video, we looked at how to create a new worksheet. You can do that in a couple ways. You can click this icon here. You can go to Insert, worksheet, or you can go here to insert sheet. If you want to delete a sheet, you can right click and delete. You can come up here to delete and then delete sheet, or you can press the Alt key, the E key, and the L key. That too would delete sheet. So with that, in our next video, we'll go ahead and look at how to move, copy, and or group sheets within Microsoft Excel. So join us for that in the next video, and we'll see you again soon.